Hello everyone, so we are back with 10 bedtime stories, which is an adaptation of Upendra Kishore Roy Choudhury's series for kids called Tuntuni. The stories here are retold by Mrinmoy Dev and the illustrations are by Uday Dev. So we read the first story, Winnie Winnie and the Cat. Today we will read the second story, Winnie Winnie and the King. So let's begin. Winnie Winnie and the King. Winnie Winnie, the tailor bird, lived in a little nest in a little corner of the king's orchard. One day the king's men left gold coins of royal treasure in the orchard for drying. At dusk, they collected the coins and secured them in the royal chest, except for one. Winnie Winnie was very happy to see the shining gold coin and pulled it hard to its nest. It was so happy that it danced around and sang. Coin in king's chest, coin in my nest, both are shiny, both are sparkling, coin in king's chest, coin in my nest. The king asked his courtiers, "Do you know what the bird is singing?" The courtiers answered with respect, "O king, the bird is singing that it possesses the same treasure as yours." On hearing this, the king laughed aloud and asked them to search the bird's nest. His men searched the nest and found a gold coin. The king ordered to bring the gold coin from the nest. The king's order was followed. The bird was very sad. It started singing again. King is selfish. King is mean. Searched my nest. Moved the coin in his chest. The king is selfish. The king is mean. The king was now amused and asked his men to return the coin to the bird. Now the bird was again very happy and sang, "I am chivalrous. The king is nervous. Return me the gold for reasons untold." The king asked, "Now what is it asking?" The courtiers said, "O king, the bird is making fun of you. It is chirping that the king is afraid of the bird, so he has returned the gold coin." The king got furious and shouted, "Bring it here immediately. Let me fry the bird and have a nice feast of it." The king's men brought the bird at once. The king grabbed it and took it to his queen's place and ordered them to cook it in the oven. As soon as the king left, the queen started cajoling the bird. One of them exclaimed, "What a beautiful bird!" Another wanted to have a look at it. Amidst the turmoil, the bird flew off. "Oh God, what will happen now? The king won't spare us." While the queens were repenting, they saw a frog moving across the floor. The queens didn't waste a moment and grabbed it. They decided to cook the frog and offer it to the queen instead of the little bird. They were all very cautious lest anybody comes to know about the fact. As the king munched the frog, he felt very happy that finally the naughty bird has been taught a lesson. As the king rested on the throne, he heard the little bird's voice again. "Golly gosh, king ate frog with the sauce." The moment he heard this, the king jumped up and tried to vomit out the whole frog. He was so chagrined that he ordered to cut off the nose of all the 7 queens. The 7 queens lost their noses. The little bird started singing. Sing a song, 7 queens' nose, cut with a sword, ding-o-dong, ding-o-dong. The king was furious and yelled for the little bird to be caught alive. He grabbed the bird and gulped it down with water. But no sooner did the king hiccup loudly than the bird came out of his throat and flew off. The king shouted, "Take hold of it! Take hold of it!" The king's men ran all about and got hold of the bird. Now again the king tried to gulp it down. A guard was kept in front of the king. If by any chance the bird tries to escape again, it will be cut into pieces. This time the king made all efforts to keep the little bird in his belly. But alas, the bird made a way through the king's throat and fluttered out of his mouth. Courtiers and guards yelled and screamed and ran all about to grab the little bird. All of them shouted, "Cut it to pieces! Cut it to pieces!" The guards became too nervous and gave the bird a strike, but the sword fell on the king's nose. The courtiers ran, jumped, shouted, and did what not. The king screamed in pain. At last a doctor arrived and rescued the king. The little bird chirped. "Boasty king lost his nose, rightly punished, golly gosh." Winnie Winnie flew off from the king's country, and the king's men hurried to the garden only to find an empty nest. The end.